Okay, let's just skip the intro. In this video, I'm looking for an answer, be it through comments, likes, or dislikes. Anything. I'm just super confused and I need opinions. Why has no one talked about Season 2 of One Punch Man? The first season got a ton of attention, I feel, but Season 2, I went into it 3 years later, and I didn't have any spoilers. Like, any, because I haven't heard anyone talking about it. Did they pull a Promised Neverland and just skip a bunch of chapters? I mean, I wouldn't know, I didn't read the manga. But that said, looking at it solely as an anime, it still seems at least an above average story and animation. I really hate fan service scenes because 9 times out of 10, it has nothing to do with the story and just throws the whole mood of the anime off. So maybe it's that? That said, there's only like 2 episodes, if I'm remembering correctly, having that in it. So it's not like completely throwing the vibe off of every single episode you watch. I'm looking at you, Vanitas. Good lord, I haven't even finished that one, but it just makes me so freaking uncomfortable every single episode so far. Anyway, am I just very far out of the loop? Probably. It doesn't have the same face syndrome. The villain is actually really good and has decent writing. Saitama is Saitama again. I really just don't get it. Pause. This is the part where I talk about some very minor spoilers, so you've been warned. Garo is a character that I actually think is written decent, if not good. He just doesn't like heroes because they've been acting all high and mighty and no one can touch them, so yeah, I think that's a pretty good reason. It's not really samey or childish, I don't think, because someone could actually come to that conclusion, and it could actually make a serious problem if a power dynamic like that were to get out of hand. Despite what he continuously says, he's not some random monster. The show shows us time and again that yes, he's been wronged by the hero side of society, but he never expresses pure hatred towards all humans. There's a dynamic between him and some random kid, and the first time you see them together, you're all like tense because holy frick, this dude could completely decimate this guy. But as the scene goes on, you understand more about his character and the humanity still left inside of him. There's another scene where he's fighting an S-Class and the S-Class's little sister shows up and is like,
"Get the fuck out of here."
Big brother made it a rule to not fight when I'm around. And at first, Garo is like, why should I listen to you? And she essentially comes back with, because, that's why. And he's just like, alright, fair enough, I'll dip. He's not some random drone that hates people, and that's the reason I think he's great. Fubuki is new, and she has competitive issues because her sister won at everything growing up, and that's a very human reaction, so I can see how that would develop, especially in the growing up period. So, the characters and writing is good, okay, what else? The animation is honestly sick. I wouldn't consider it bad in the slightest. Is it Demon Slayer level? In my opinion? Hell no, the heck you talking about? Nothing can top Demon Slayer. Did you see Season 2, Episode 10? That was the most beautiful thing I've ever seen. But, I mean, anyway, it has the animation of a punchy shonen, so that's still really good. One of my favorite persisting characters in this is Tatsumaki, because even though she doesn't have a lot of screen time, holy frick, every time she does appear, she just exudes Giga Chad energy. There's one scene where Fubuki is being whipped or something, and apparently they can like feel when each other get hurt. I guess they're twins, I don't know. So she frickin' zooms over and is like, "Ayo, you hurting my sister? Nah, you are gone." There's another scene where a Class S hero is having some trouble with a huge squid thing and she just frickin' zooms over and is just frickin' picks it up, squishes it into a ball and is like, "You're welcome," and then just dips. She's like so freaking sick and one of my favorite characters. Anyway, that said, the animation is great, so it's not that. Here's the theory that makes the most sense to me. One Punch Man Season 1 was just something that happened to pierce the general audience, and because it took as long as it did to make a second season, everyone just forgot about it and dropped it. That, or they have a huge fan base and none of them actually care about talking about it that much. The only videos I've seen about it is just random clips about it on like YouTube about whatever Ponytail's name is over there fighting against Saitama, and like there's like that video going around, and then there's frickin' all characters who know Saitama's power, and I think that's literally it. That's all I've seen throughout 3 years. But that said, I watched it 3 years late, so maybe it wasn't as much as I think it was. That said, I only heard about season 2 coming out like a month or two after it actually did, so that's kind of weird. All in all though, it's a very solid anime. I'd probably give it a 7.5, 8, maybe 8.5 out of 10. Comment why you did or didn't like it and why you think it doesn't have nearly as much popularity as the first season, and like and subscribe if you liked it. This has been Vin, and I'll talk to y'all next upload. Bye.